everyone, I'm back. So this is going to be a vlog. And considering what I'm talking about here in the beginning, I feel like I shouldn't be all... I just was doing some... Like what I like to do when I watch videos and work during the day is in between calls while I'm watching videos, I'll be like doing things. But I don't think you do this during a video because I think this would be annoying unless you were into ASMR and this is all I was doing. Okay. So. But. I'm back like a panic attack. Those are fun, aren't they? Okay. So Penny's like, hey man. I'm offended. Are you offended? Okay. So I wanted to make a personal vlog. I don't know if you guys like my, just where I sit down and talk to you. Okay. Where I sit down and I talk to you and tell you about things. And I know I can't tell you everything about life because it's a small town thing. And I was talking to somebody. I don't usually talk to people on Instagram. And she's like, oh, you should do more about your life. And I'm like, I don't really... The boxes and the cooking and stuff, because yes, this shirt is very see-through. I'm glad it was only like a few bucks. That is my life. My life is really boring. I mean, okay, like you would think, hey, she works this exciting job and blah, 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 and this and that. And then, you know, maybe some parts of my life about that is exciting. But I don't know how much I can talk about on YouTube. Thank God I'm like this close to being monetized, I believe. So like I wanted to talk about stuff like that on my Patreon, but I just never took off. And then I felt weird putting it on YouTube because I was worried that I would get in trouble. And I know like when I do the I could maybe do members only videos and stuff where I talk about my work if anybody's interested in that. And then you know, people on the regular channel don't really have to listen to that because I know different people like different things, and I'm trying to get more organized. Like my goals for February are to maybe set days for certain videos, like food reviews on this day, vlogs on these days, maybe even a live. Like I hate doing lives. They make me mega nervous, and I can't wait till I have memberships so I can make lives like where only members can talk to me, because I know, okay, like there's a lot of reasons I don't like lives. Okay, they make me nervous with my social anxiety. I don't like talking to people live and one-on-one. I really don't. I prefer texting for everything, and even then sometimes I just get burnt out right away and I have to like take a break, and I'll be in the middle of a conversation and I just have to stop. I'm horrible, but my friends get this about me, and like I get burnt out really easily, and you know, with my borderline sometimes I jump to conclusions and I just have to like leave people alone. I have to be alone. So you know, that's why lives make me a little nervous, because, you know, what if somebody says something and I react? And I don't want to be that person. I don't like being a hateful person. I have it in my heart. I do. I've been a hateful person. I've been the kind of person that blames everything and everyone for my problems. I've been... Well, like I was saying to this person, is, you know, I've been... like that in the past. I've had my own person who was bad and toxic for me and ruined my life and made my life horrible. And you know, that was my own fault. I stuck with him for so long. I have tons of stories. I know people love drama. I know people love drama and chaos and train wrecks, and I avoid that like the plague, which I can say because I still don't really go anywhere because of the plague, even though, you know, whatever you believe about it, I loved everything, like how stuff was during that. Like, not the people dying, you know, obviously not that part. Let me clarify. I love that everything was like remote and takeout and delivery and pickup and people free. Some things were annoying, like working with DVR, with my job, you know, and all that. I almost lost my insurance because of it, because you couldn't turn in your pay slips and this and that and blah blah blah, you know, because when you're making the transition from being on disability to working and all that, you need to follow these protocols, and because we weren't doing it in person, it was a little bit more difficult. So, and I got so confused because there was no person to explain it to me in person, and over the phone and over emails just wasn't working for me. I'm from the show me state. No, I'm not. So, you know, that part sucked. But like being able to pick up groceries from Walmart without talking to anybody really was awesome. Because I hated going in Walmart. It's just too intense, too many people. And you know, because we live so far, we can't go at like 3 in the morning, and now they're not even 24 hours anymore. Excuse me. And even when you would go at like when I lived in Albuquerque, and I would go in the middle of the night, you'd have to do self-checkout, and I'm not a fan of that. So at least I know when I'm putting an order online, somebody is actually working, so, you know, that's good. They check me out, they pick my groceries, making sure somebody has a job. So, I don't know if I should feel good about that or not, but I guess I do, because it's better than checking myself out. And even though I have anxiety, I look forward to somebody cashing me out. That's weird, right? Like, I'm able to put on my game face for that little transaction and pretend to be like a personable person. And then I was watching somebody's video yesterday, and she was talking about, like, I don't really talk to a lot of people. You know, and this is me talking. So I suck at talking to people. I have never been a social person. Never. So, like, and I have tried, and it burns me out. It's just not who I am. Like, I've had people ask me to go on lives with them. Like, they have panels and stuff, and like, I'm just like, I don't know if I can. It makes me so nervous. It really does. It gives me so much anxiety. And when I used to do the lives every Friday, I would be wiped out and just for the rest of the day couldn't work or anything. The lives like wiped out my my battery, my mental battery. And because like when you have as many intrusive thoughts and you have, I mean, I've been diagnosed with borderline personality, but I feel like there's other stuff going on. But I'm 42. I've been learning how to manage through therapy. And the intrusive thoughts are always there. Always. Some days are better than others with how they affect me. My mind is a dark, scary place. And yellow is a weird color on me. Okay, so, and that's exactly how my mind works too. I'll be and other people don't understand how that works. Like, if they're just they have a normal mind, they don't understand. But I know the people who have minds like mine understand. Just because we look happy when we're talking about something, it could be nerves. Like, when I had my miscarriages, and I talked about them, people were like, you're not even sad, you're not even crying. Do you think I didn't cry when it happened? Do you think I, like, got on the phone or the camera as soon as it happened? And I'm just like, not crying, you know, like, it took me 2 days to film that video. Like, I had cried and cried and cried and cried. But, like, also a thing with my mind is, like, I have to move on. Like, I don't want people to be like, I'm sorry all the time. I don't want to dwell in my sadness because that takes me to dark places. You know, I lost a child, but it was for the best, to be honest, because I couldn't even imagine bringing a child into this world with my ex. And he already had one child that he didn't even meet ever. So, you know, it would have been, I couldn't even imagine because we might have still been married because I wouldn't have been able to get a divorce. I can imagine the dirty tricks he would have tried to pull and the things he would have tried to say about me and the games and the manipulation and stuff. And that poor kid. So, and it is sad. And sometimes I do wonder, you know. And I had names. You know, but I don't try to be like all sad about it. And people grieve people grieve differently. And I understand that. So I will never ever, like, the way somebody grieves is their their thing. Like, if somebody grieves and wants to remember every year on the anniversary, that's what works for them. That's what comforts them. And that's another thing, like, I don't try to, like, okay, people are like, well, you support Chantel and you subscribe to her and this and that. And here's the thing, she reminds me a lot of me years ago. And I'm waiting for the redemption arc. I don't know her personally. I don't talk to her personally. I don't try to talk crap about anyone, to be honest. Because that's just not the karma and the energy I want. Like, okay, yeah, I told T and Sass to go knit a sweater. I don't think that's so bad, but maybe, you know, and I asked her why. I was like, is your life that bad you need to go on the internet and talk about other people? I mean, it was a question. It was a literal question I just wanted an answer to, and I got attacked. So, and she thought it was trolling and attacking her, so whatever. You know, like, but when people are on the internet attacking people, they see things as attacks. Like, it was a literal question, like, why do you need to do this? Why does anyone need to do that? And it's not even about just one person. Like, why do they have to go after Candy? Why do they have to go after, like, any of these big girls that are online? Like, they're just kind of thrown into this mess, and it's just like, okay. And it's not constructive criticism when it's constant. Like, sometimes people don't want your criticism or your helpful advice. Like, don't you think people like me know we're fat? I mean, people said there's idiots who are like, you're enabling Candy because you don't bash her. Like, they didn't say it in those words verbatim, but like, because I talk to her like human and I leave comments like a friend, you know, like, I'm enabling her. Like, okay, I just know that attacking people and like putting them down and making them feel bad about themselves is not going to work. It's not going to make them want to improve themselves. Maybe it might work for some people, but like myself, like, I never would have made the choices to have a better life if I was constantly degraded. So it took me like loving myself to want to make the right choices, and I still don't make all the right choices because according to them you're not allowed to ever eat anything. So, like, somebody said, oh, it's your hobby eating. I was like, well, you know, I eat 3 times a day, every day. But yeah, enough about that. But yeah, this is, like I was trying to say, this is my life. Like, I get packages and I love it. I spoil myself, and I don't always pay full price. I get a lot of discounts places. Like, I get discounts for things. I'm on apps where I do surveys and scan receipts and get points, and I get Amazon cards for doing this stuff. I've been doing it for years. Torrid, I get points for buying stuff. I get birthday rewards. I have so many birthday rewards this month. I wish I lived in the big city. This is the only time of the year I wish I lived in the big city because there is so much more free stuff to get for your birthday month. But oh well. And then Starbucks has it where you can only get it on that day. So I don't know if I'm gonna be near Starbucks on my birthday. But yeah, you know, everything I do, almost everything I buy is some kind of rebate or rewards or something. So I like to spoil myself because for years I couldn't even afford clothes. I wore hand-me-downs and stuff from free stuff that I got from like food pantries and like $3 clearance rack stuff from Family Dollar and Walmart for years, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like I deserve to spoil myself a little bit now because, you know, I can, and, you know, maybe I've gone a little overboard, but I'm kind of balancing out now. Like when I first got divorced, you know, I'm like, I have money to spend on myself. And I have money to spend on my dogs, and you know what's expensive? Pets. So Mr. Lamont. Mr. Lamont, I love your channel, by the way. Like, if you're trying to get intel or something, like, just be honest. I'm a pretty open person. Of course, I don't even know if you really watch my videos because you ask questions that I've already answered. Like, it's literally on my profile what I do for a living. So, and I do other stuff. What I try to do every day, I spend 8 hours a day. And like, okay, I don't always return messages or comments. What I do is while I'm working, I'm logged in on the phone and I'll watch YouTube videos. I get a call, I'll pause it, you know, and then like I'll try to remember to go on my phone and leave comments. Sometimes I forget, but I'm watching your videos. Everyone who comes and comments on my videos regularly, I am watching your videos. And I try to like, well, I can like on the TV. I just can't comment on the TV. So, you know, I like them. I try to return the comments. I try to reply to your comments. I don't. After about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 6 o'clock, depending on the day. Sometimes earlier if my mom's worker hasn't come in, or, you know, I need to do something, or like an emergency pops up. Usually at least like from 9 or 10 to 2 p.m., sometimes 5 or 6, I am watching videos and taking phone calls and uploading things on websites, videos, stuff like that. So that's what I do every day. And then sometimes it runs later. I do the squat videos in the evening, usually before or after dinner, depending on if I'm cooking or not. You know, and then we'll film the video sometimes if I'm cooking. And this is my life. And then we got the dogs, we do the switches, I help mom. You know, I'm doing laundry, I'm folding laundry, hanging laundry, organizing all my resale stuff, organizing all the stuff I got from unboxing videos. Unless they're dog toys, then they're just all over the place. And then, you know, like while I'm working and watching videos in between calls, I'm, you know, doing this and, you know, maybe walking in place or whatever. Doing the budget, trying to plan when we're going to be able to get out of town. And it's hard because we don't really go a lot of places because of the Penny Jr. situation. Lola's fine. You know, like we're able to do, if we bring the dogs with, we bring Penny or we bring Junior and Lola, we're able to get out a little bit more. There's only one baby or dog sitting, like a kennel type place here in town, and they're usually booked. It's hard to get into, and I'm not even sure if they're open anymore. This town is very weird about things sometimes. Oh, yeah. That's what I originally was going to bring up in the beginning of the video. Speaking of dogs. Okay, this is really weird to me, and I feel like I need to stop talking about things in videos. So, I'm filming this the day after Cooking with the Hatters. This is Thursday. I think I'm going to put this out Friday. Tomorrow. So, maybe it'll be Vlog Friday. What do you guys think? We did a review on these. I'm not sure when I'm going to put them out. I can't tell you what I think about it until you see the review. Okay, so Wednesday, I put out the Cooking with the Hatters. We filmed it before that, and I was talking about the stray dogs and how bad the problem is here in town. Yeah. So later on that night, we went to bed early because we weren't feeling well, and I woke up around 1 a.m. and my phone had been blowing up. I had 5 texts. My Facebook notifications were wild. And I looked. I shouldn't have, because I didn't get back to sleep. And apparently, a pack of stray dogs had unalived somebody. The last 2 weeks in this town have been tragic. The last 2 weeks in this town have been like just so sad. And it was 4 of them, I guess. I really hope that this inspires the town to get their act together. Well, since stuff I'm speaking is manifesting, I feel like maybe I should only be positive about things. Because Kicks did close, but they're reopening. Somebody else bought it, and they're reopening, so I'm excited about that. But I was talking about that I was worried that it was going to close and all that, and then the dog thing, and I feel like hopefully, no. This is the thing that will make Tucumcari finally get it together about the animal problem here. And maybe hire somebody who is solely dedicated. I'm not even sure if the lady I knew who we were giving things to still works animal control, because there was she was doing code enforcement and animal control. Maybe I should call her and see. Because I'm not even sure what's going on with code enforcement in this town at the moment. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. It is and it isn't. That makes sense, because they tend to go after singular people instead of businesses and stuff. Or big families with lots of, clout in the town. Well, like for example, my ex's family owned a building. Well, my ex's family owns a lot. My ex's parents owned a building downtown that is literally collapsing. Maybe someday I'll go by and I'll take a video and a picture of downtown and the building and stuff. And it used to be Lena's Cafe, I believe. And it's falling apart. It used to have, I don't know if it still does, but it had fencing and stuff, so people didn't get hurt. And just nothing is done with it. Nothing. And it's still down there, but I think it was sold to their son, who is in prison for because I don't know for certain. The paper had posted that it was sold, or the owner is incarcerated. And I should look up to see if it's in his name, because you can do that online. Our records are actually online now. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, tax records and stuff are actually online now. I'm like, we're moving into the 20th century. You can actually pay your water bill online. You couldn't do that before the pandemic. See, this is what I mean. Like, why I like some of the stuff that the pandemic has brought to my world here in this little town. Because before the pandemic, you could only pay your water bill in person with cash. So, or check. Who uses checks? Tucumcari. Okay. So I don't know. I really hope this town starts to get things together. Like somebody said, you should feel lucky to live, blah, blah, blah. I never wanted to live here. So I don't feel lucky, but here I am, and I'm trying to make the best of it. See, that's another thing. I don't go out much because I don't like it here. There's nothing to do. Like, nothing to do. I don't, like, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they moved away, and they were visiting, and they were talking about how great it is to be able to go to a grocery store and not worry about bumping into somebody you don't like. And I'm like, wow, what does that feel like? Or go to a restaurant and not have the waitress. Oh my god, the first time we went out to eat after all this stuff, we went out to eat to Russo's, where the car museum is, and the waitress, now keep in mind, I've been divorced since 2018, and I've been with Josh since 2019. Okay. My ex died in 2021, I believe. Yeah. Right after we got Penny. Okay, and this was like a year and a half after that. Maybe a year after that. And a waitress there. I have no idea who this woman is. People know who I am. I don't know who they are. And she starts asking me about my ex and his death and why we got divorced. And I'm like, do you not see me here with my husband trying to have a romantic dinner? Or at least have a romantic, or a dinner where we're not talking about my ex. It's impossible not to in this town, even with him dead. So, yeah, that was awkward, and I'd love to live somewhere where that wasn't an issue. The next place I live, if it's a small town, I'm not getting to know anybody. And I know people and I love them, don't get me wrong, but we're all hermits and we don't like to hang out. So we all keep to ourselves and trade memes and make sure we're still alive. Hey, how you doing? Cool, here's a meme. Great, talk next month. You know? And I don't know. Just, yeah. Unfortunately, I get along with people who are like me. No, I get along with people who aren't like me too, but I don't get along with very high impact, intensity people. Like, I tend to steer away from drama. If too much drama. So, you know, like, even online, when it starts to mudslinging and all that stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. You know, like, I watch people for the redemption arc. I'd like to feel like people will change, you know, and I don't feel like we need to keep rubbing their noses in it when they are trying to change. But, you know, I mean, I could be wrong, and that's fine, because the way I view YouTube, like, I know that Chantel is a real person. I do. But I don't know her. So therefore, like, YouTube is something I watch for entertainment. And I watch certain videos of hers. I don't watch other videos of hers. I don't do a lot of lives. I do jump in a couple lives here and there, but if it's getting too ugly, I kind of just go. Because I'm not for all that negative energy. Like, and I know people are like, oh, she was boring and this and that with her little vlogs of exploring Kuwait with Salah, and I love those. They were nice and drama free. Anyways, you know, I just view it as entertainment, and I guess, you know, like I said before, she reminds me of me like 10 years ago. You know? And I don't know what else to say about that. And I know I'll probably get hate for it. People are like, watch out for her. And I'm like, watch out for what? I'm not trying to be best friends with her. I enjoy some of her YouTube content. I don't watch the drama channels really. I try to stay away. They're always suggested to me. I watch a few that are basic facts, you know, just for short summaries, you know, and sometimes I'll be rolling my eyes because they're just like, really? Okay, sure. You know, like the wedding ring drama. Some people just, I don't know. I don't know her reasonings. I don't know their reasonings. I know she probably took it off because of that long ass flight. Like, I don't wear mine because I'm not a big jewelry person, but I know exactly where it is. Josh doesn't wear his because we just could not find one that fit him right. He's got these really big knuckles and these really tiny like fingers. And everything was either too tight or too loose. His is on his keys in his pocket. And he always has it on him. Mine is right here next to me in a little black box. Sometimes I will wear them. Like, say we go out and we're going to anniversary dinner or just to, you know, something like that. I'll wear it. He'll wear his. I just do a lot. I don't want it to get caught, mess up my finger. And now it's a little big on me. And it's just a simple band anyways. Honestly, I really like this one ideal. I had it a long time ago. And I noticed that Planet with a palette. She gave me a shout out. Woo! I love it. She has hers tattooed on her finger, and I'm like, I'm not a big tattoo person. I know, right? Like, oh, I'm not. I'm really not. I swear to you. I only have 3. And each one of them are milestones in my life. So I mean, maybe one day eventually I'll get one tattooed on my finger. You know, we'll see. But I don't feel... See, one thing about me, and I know this is long, and I'm going to cut it short in a minute. Well, short-ish. People who know me know this already. People who are watching this might have figured it out. I don't really go with the grain. I don't care what the status quo is. Like, I'm not embarrassed by stupid little things. I don't feel like... I know in my heart we're committed. We're, you know... So I don't need like a little shiny piece of bling to show it off. I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff society does is kind of dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. She's so happy right now, though. Look at her. She is just like a bug in a rug. Aw, you loving it? Loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You know, like my tooth missing. It doesn't bother me. Like, and here's the thing, I don't care if someone else is bothered by stuff like that, is worried about superficial stuff. That's fine. Like, that's totally their thing. If somebody's into fashion, awesome. If somebody's into makeup, awesome. Somebody wants perfect teeth, I cheer you on and support you. Like Josh said in a video that you're gonna be seeing Wednesday, whatever tickles your pickle or whatever floats your boat or something like that. What doesn't float your boat might be keeping someone else afloat. There we go. What doesn't float your boat may be keeping someone else afloat. Like, I'm not gonna tell somebody how to live their life necessarily. I would be like, okay, I can't be around you if you're hateful and spiteful and like, I can't vibe with that. Hey, Penny, come here. Penny, come here. Come here. You want that blanket? There you go. Are you trying to get under a blanket? There you go. And there she is. She's gone. This is not her. That's what she wanted. She wanted to be under the blanket. She's starting to like blankets. Oh no, I'm spoiling this one too. Am I spoiling this one too? Look at the little eyes peeking out. That is adorable. Okay, so I'm gonna let this go in a minute here, but like my friend Kristen, who has the ASMR channel, go check her out. I'll put her in the description below. Hi. You know, I'm not completely into ASMR, but I watch her videos and I'm cheering her on and I'm so proud of her. Like, she's a hermit like me. She doesn't like showing her face and whatever. And I'm so freaking proud of her. She's been doing this for like 2-3 weeks now and showing her face and steady with these videos and the promotion, and she's, I think, got 20 subscribers. She's shooting for 100 by the end of the month, so if you want to go show some love and not be a jerk and subscribe, you know, please do. I'm really glad she's sticking with it, and you know, and like I'm all about support and love and like freaking just building each other up, because there's enough in this world tearing us down. The world is a scary place. I do not like the world. Like, things are very scary. My head is very scary. And I say that because, like, I'm terrified right now of where the world is going. And I do this to get away from it. I watch YouTube to get away from all that. Like, and people say I'm crazy, and that's fine. I am. You know, but like the cost of stuff. And yes, okay, things are really freaking expensive. It means I just have to work harder, because I don't want to give up the things in my life that bring me joy. Like my dog boxes. They bring me joy. They bring my dogs joy. They bring some of my viewers joy. They love seeing the dogs get their gifts. The dogs love getting their gifts. And I love my dogs being happy. You know? And like, the makeup bag is like whatever. I'm really excited for this one coming up. The Bailey Serene. I picked out a couple of lipsticks and I want to actually wear them. They're gorgeous. The Scentsy box. I love the Scentsy box, okay? Like, I'm not even kidding. I love Scentsy. I remember when I could never afford that. And now I can, and I love it, and I'm addicted. There's always Scentsy burners going. Because I love good smells and because I don't like the smell of marijuanas. And I live with 2 smokers, so you know, like, I always have Scentsy going to make the house smell good. And we have dogs, okay? We have dogs. So I always have something going, and I try to stick with the light scents, because I don't like heavy florals and heavy scents. I love the light scents. Like, a lot of them are like baby powder or like bamboo or like coconut and stuff like that. I love those. And it makes the house smell good, and it makes me happy. It elevates my mood. So, you know, and I'm just gonna put, since things I'm saying are coming true, this channel is gonna, you guys, all of us, all our little circle, you know, and don't forget to join the group on Facebook. If you haven't, if you're a YouTuber, join the group. We can share videos. It's not going anywhere, and people who are gonna participate aren't participating, and I'm kind of sad about that. But a few of us are really active, and we all watch each other's videos and comment and stuff, and like, you know, discover new channels. So come join it. I'll put the link in the description below too. Kristen, if you watched this before I do, put it in the comments and I'll pin it. The YouTube group and on Facebook. You know, we post our videos, we type each other up. When I'm allowed to post again, I'll be posting tips and tricks that I watch on YouTube about growing our channels, more views, hashtags and stuff like that. I watch them every day. It's part of my job, part of my 8 hours of working every day or so. I work every day. I don't take a day off. Sometimes I do, like say we go out of town to Walmart or something, I'll take a day off. Or if I feel like I have a quota I want to meet every month or week, so if I meet my quota, I might take a day off. Or I exceed my quota, I might take a day off. So, you know, I have a daily goal and a weekly goal. But yeah, I don't know. That's, I guess, it. It's almost 40 minutes. That's long enough. If you sat through this, let me know. If you have a channel, I'll give you a shout out. What should the word be? It should be kitty. My kitty Squishmallow. Okay. Or maybe I'll do a comment of the day or something. But yeah, kitty Squishmallow. If you made it this far, and I'll give your channel a shout out on my community page. Okay. You know you love my Easter eggs. Laters.